Welcome to Garnetqueentarot. Hello, Virgos. How are you guys doing today? Let us tap in to some love messages. What's going on in your love life? What's happening? What's the back and forth about? What's the dialogue? The spirits help us to hear the messages that are floating around, the questions that they may have for Virgo. What is Virgo thinking about? What are they saying? Ooh. Mm. 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 What's going on, Virgos? What's going on? Are you going to reject me? Or are you mad? So something went down. Did I lose you? Somebody screwed around and did something. I don't feel this way with anyone else. At least truth is being spoken. At least truth is being spoken. I'm seeing a disagreement. Some kind of disagreement took place. And a lot of arguing back and forth. Let me see what these are saying here. I wanted to run, but didn't. I try to make healthy boundaries, but I feel like you didn't understand. Healing and overcoming wounds takes courage. I'm healing in this silence. Are you? I wasn't expecting this connection when it showed up, even though I knew what it was right away. I wasn't ready knowing. I wasn't ready. Knowing hasn't made it easier. I must trust in divine timing. Y'all going through some stuff, Virgos. Because the thing is, a disagreement took place enough where the person is asking you, did I lose you? I don't feel like this. I don't feel this way with anyone else. So I wanted to run, but didn't. I tried to make healthy boundaries, but I feel like you didn't understand. Okay. Okay. You made, okay. So what it is then, you're right now healing from all that took place. Okay? I'm feeling you as far as the pain caused by someone. So they're asking, are you going to reject me? Are you mad? In Virgo, you're like, healing and overcoming wounds takes courage. I'm healing in this silence. Are you? You're saying that you guys both need to heal because of what happened. Could have been something involving a third party. It could be a breach of trust. I wasn't expecting this connection when it showed up, even though I knew. Yes, what you're saying. I wasn't expecting this connection when it showed up, even though I knew what it was right away. So your feelings started developing right away for this person. And because of past ills, past pains, past hurts, you wasn't ready to get involved with a new relationship right now. But you knew what you felt, but you didn't want to accept that right now because it could be you just being vulnerable and it's not really the true feelings because you were still hurting over a past relationship. And knowing now that how I feel about you, it hasn't made it easier. I must trust in divine timing. I'm not just going to leave it up to my own imagination. I have to see something significant to know if this is something worth pursuing down the line. I don't want to just give up and give in to this relationship and it's not what it's supposed to be. because look at what happened. And that's why I tried to make healthy boundaries, but I feel like you didn't understand. I didn't want to move too fast with you and give you complete access, and then you hurt me again. So I blocked a little, saying I'm going to proceed with caution for my own protection of who I am and not self-sabotage. So you understand it and thinking I didn't like you or this or that, and if I really liked you, I would be more willing to do certain things with you, and I'm just not. I wasn't ready. I don't take those type of intimate things as being just free willy and everybody just sleep with everybody. Excuse me. When I give myself to you, is because you mean something to me, and I want an intimate relationship, and I don't feel you was giving me that completely. So why would I give myself completely if you weren't reciprocating the feeling that I needed to secure in order to be more free? You never gave me that security. So, and then you wanted me to be just open. That's not for every female. I take my body as a treasure, and for somebody to unlock it, you got to be about your business. You got to be serious. I got to know that, let's say we together and the condom breaks. You're somebody that I would consider father material, not just sleeping with somebody because it feels good. You can get a feel good from anybody. But so therefore, I'm a little bit more cautious with sharing myself, because even though I still did all my detective work in the beginning with another relation, I'm not trying to put it on you. I'm just saying to you that I am more cautious when it comes to being intimate with someone. I don't want to risk the chance of a similar repeat. I want to be able to ask the needful questions, examine the relationship, see if we basically if we're on the same page or not. Some women nowadays just sleep with everybody for the feeling. I don't want to sleep with any and everybody for the feeling. That's how I used to look at things. But now I look at things differently. I'm looking at more meaning behind the relationship. There's too much single mothers out there, and I don't want to be one of them, because I know what they have to do to survive, to live, to be strong. I want my child to have both parents present in their lives, even if it's not a perfect relationship. That commitment is there. It could still dwindle when they're grown or whatever, but I want to know that you care about me. That you can't say, oh, you trapped me. I want to be able to know that the love you have for me is real. The feelings are real. I don't want to be embarrassed. Like the Africans say, embarrassed. I don't want to be embarrassed out in the streets where people like, oh, she think that's her man, and that's child's play. I don't have time for that. I'm not fighting over no man. If he's not with me, he's not with me. But don't try to play me. Okay? And that's the vibe I get for you. So when you ask me, are you going to reject me? Are you mad? You know there's a reason for me to be upset with you. You know this. And you acting all like, Stop the duh moments. Duh. Stop. You know what you're doing. I don't just get these feelings like this. Listen to my questions. Let me listen to what I'm saying. You're concerned if you're going to be rejected, not why I would reject you. So we could discuss that so that doesn't happen. You want to know if I'm going to reject you because I busted your butt already. Male or female, doesn't matter. Did I lose you? Is a possibility. Yes, is a genuine possibility. You may have already lost me. I don't feel this way with anyone else. Then why are you acting the way you acting? Why are you trying to come off as somebody uncaring that the feelings aren't there, and you know how you feel, but you don't want to let me know how you feel because you got an ego issue? These are things that you have to communicate in this relationship. This is how you're feeling when you get deep down inside your intuition and gain that clarity and that understanding. You know what you're saying. That's why they asking you if you're going to reject them, because they don't want to be embarrassed and you reject them. So healing and overcoming wounds, they hurt you. They hurt you. And whether you suppress it, dismiss it, deal with it. Okay? Overcoming wounds takes courage. I am healing in this silence. And you still want to know if they healing because you healing. Are you? The connection is still there. You want some feedback because you don't know how to proceed in this relationship. You don't want to be like a guinea pig, always experiencing the worst of everything, but you don't want to walk away from something that may have possibilities, but you haven't heard the exact words. You may not have even heard the L word. You know, they're saying, I wasn't expecting this connection when it showed up. You're saying the same thing. You wasn't expecting this kind of relationship, even though I knew it was right away. I wasn't ready. So the thing is, both of you knew that y'all had a significant connection. There was some fire there, a little electricity. It was beyond what you could see right now. But when you get those feelings in your stomach and you start feeling vulnerable, you question yourself, you doubt yourself, you don't know how to proceed because it's like you turn into a childlike mode. It's something that you want, but you don't know how to ask for it, or you don't want to get yelled at or in trouble. So you don't know if that person is feeling the same way about you. So you don't want to let them know you feeling that. But y'all give each other the stupid eye looks. And you smile, angelic like. You feel good when you see that person. You might go to the bathroom at work extra times if the person works near you. You may call them by accident. You are thinking about them, fantasizing about them, but scared to approach them, but you love the way you feel. It's so childlike and youthful. And that giddiness, that's the beginning of a romance. But everybody is like damaged goods most of the time. So when you come into a new relationship, you're not looking at it face value, looking at it with the caution tape around it, thinking to yourself, they're not going to catch me. Oh, Trayvon or Sheila caught me last time. That's not happening again. A couple of them caught me and twisted my heart into pieces. I'm not falling for it like that no more. And because of your past hurts, you're very cautious in how you proceed in the future. And not because your heart may have hardened, but you also learn some things, and sometimes when people are playing games and some different questions to ask because it's like you're not in for it. You want more out of a relationship right now. And this is how you see it, Virgos. So if they get mad by certain things, every relationship is not going to be the same, and you'll give everybody a clean slate, a fresh start, but with caution, because if you just do things the way you've done it and it didn't work out, that's insanity, right? So if you change it up now and say, okay, what did I learn from this first relationship? Pick up those nuggets. What did I learn from this second relationship? Pick up those nuggets. So now you got a bag full of different nuggets with things you need to pay attention to. And you're not putting it all on this person, but you have prioritized what's more important to you. So now when you look at those nuggets, you'll be like, okay, I know definitely I got to have trust because I know how I feel when I don't have trust. I know definitely person has to be committed. Person has to say the words. I have to ask the needful questions so I can get the correct responses. You didn't do that before. So you've tweaked it somewhat to say, okay, let me see if going this route now will help me along the way. That's because you learned some shiggity along the way. Hello? This is what I'm talking about. If love was easier by just being love, who just Google eyes everybody, but different strokes for different folks. People come from different backgrounds, and they're working to mesh together. That's why a lot of families like people to stay within their culture and realm, because they feel that's a better fit, and not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because when you spread your wings and you fly and you feel free, you don't feel confined, and you're more open to loving someone else that may be different. It's growth. Now, if it's a cultural thing and you do everything by that culture, that's fine. But when you make decisions of the heart, it's complicated. And there's no guarantee, no matter whom you're with, whomever you're with. But when you learn along your travels and you pick up those nuggets that are buried down deep inside of you, you dig it up and you say, okay, I'm going to be honest with myself. If this person does this, this, and this, I can't live with these things. No matter how much I try to compromise with everything else, these three things, I just can't. I don't care. I can't deal with it. I can't live with it. Like there's one person that said their partner digs their nose all the time. They have tried every nasal spray, everything, but every time they go somewhere, they're embarrassing because they're always digging for gold and they didn't find the treasure yet. My father used to say that. You'd be digging your nose or something like that. He said, did you get it? You got the gold? You're like, what are you talking about? The way you was digging for that treasure, to get that booger or whatever, or peel that dry skin. It's funny. And he was, it was about 9 of us. So, but when you think of these things, there's certain things that really poke the bear at people that they can't stand. There are things that just drive people crazy. I'll say the pet peeve of mine is men that scratch their balls all the time. Come on. You stand up there and then some of them sniff it after. That's the nastiest thing ever. But I've seen it in motion. That is like, it gets to me. I can't take it. I can't take it. I just can't take it. Is there an itch there? I used to see, I used to work with a guy that did that all the time. He would just, every time you see him, it's like, like somebody got an itch and he keeps pressing down on it like something is irritated there. It may have been something was burning him. And he would always touch it. And then he would come lean over your chair or put his hand on your desk and stuff. Ew! Whatever it is that irritates your soul about someone, don't force a relationship when you know that's your pet peeve and you just can't live with that and you've tried. Because you spend so much wasted time. Everybody has something about them that we don't always agree on. Okay? But you have to ask yourself the question, can I live with this person doing that? Is that a make or break for this relationship? Ask yourself just basic questions so you don't waste years investing in someone that's not going to ever pan out with you, and you know it. But you'd rather say I'm with someone than I'm alone, because people make you feel bad for being alone. Some people just want the companionship, so they're willing to tolerate. And while you're tolerating somebody that you know you ain't going to live with forever, you miss out on the opportunities of somebody that's really there for you. So I'm saying just be careful in what you do and make sure that whomever you want to be with, you really want to be with them. And you guys need to answer these questions. Okay? Garnetqueentarot, where we're inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for stopping by the channel. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Take care. Talk soon.